called Insecticide. They're a deathcore band, but this is what the final image looks like. I'm going to break it down and show you guys what we did step by step. So let's deselect all this. I'll go through all of it for you. Let's see. Alright, so we started out, this is the image we started out with. Really basic, straight from Lightroom, did absolutely nothing except decontrast it. Got rid of all the contrast that Lightroom put in. Put the slider down to like -10 or so. Doesn't matter, I just want a lot of no contrast. I want to be able to add that myself. So first we did background with a copy, did a channel mixer, and basically what that does is adds more contrast. I'll show you exactly how I did that and what the settings were. But here's before and here's after. Simple as that. Can add a lot of punch, roller, wow, make the image pop. And notice that I am on blending mode of hard light. Let's take a quick look at the settings I have. I always set it to monochrome. Let me put it back to normal so you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, normal channel mixer. Always put it to monochrome, simply because it needs to be fixed. So I put this down. I'll mess with the reds, probably put them around here or so. The next I mess with the greens and blues equally, here and there, not really equally, but I play around. It takes some practice to get used to it. But once you get an image and you like the contrast that you see in it, you're good. Go back to layers. Either you can put it to soft light or hard light. I noticed the hard light likes to desaturate the photo better, and I seem to really like that. So that's what we're gonna stay with. Next we did a curves adjustment, and this is set to overlay simply because I adjusted the midtones a bit, as you can see here. And when it's set to overlay, it gives me a nice, lets me bring out more detail on the ground, in the building, and pretty much any other details I really want to bring out and make the image really pop more. And I noticed I really wanted more clouds, so the next step I did was filter, render, and clouds, and then adjusted it using the free transform tools, and put the clouds in there, and I liked it. Helped it make the image a little bit more dramatic, since the clouds that we had that day weren't so well defined. After that we did a curves layer just to make their clothes a little bit more contrasty. Mainly the front two guys. Not much, but I think it can really help to the overall image. At this point I decided there needed to be a little bit more color, so we did add a gradient map of just what comes in your palette. Right there, this guy. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Put it down to soft light, and I did do a what's it called? Add a layer mask, and slightly painted in at a low opacity parts I wanted to be affected by it. If it did the whole high opacity, it would have been way too much, so I mainly worked on the background, the ground here, the building, and some of the sky. From there I did Alt Control Shift E, which compresses all the layers and makes a new one on top. From there I did some dodging and burning. I set this one to luminosity, just did some dodging and burning. As you'll be able to see here, here's before, here's after. It just defines things a little bit better. Image will need to be a little bit cleaned up before it gets sent off to the client as a final. But that's pretty much how we did this image build. Alright, thank you guys. This is for promoshots.com. This is Petey Photography from 4060photo.com. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to help you out as much as I can. Thanks, guys.